Hello, guys. We're here with Saint. I am here today and I am home all by myself. It's raining outside. My daughter is at school, hubby's out at work, and I'm just here, just reflecting and listening to the raindrops and just thinking. And this podcast, it's not going to be for everyone, it's going to be different, right? But yeah, I'm just laying here and, you know, knowledge is being uploaded into my heart. Knowledge of love. Knowledge of love. Love. What is love? What is love and how do we express love? Everyone today seek for love. We all seek for love. We all seek to have someone that we are attached to, someone to call our own, someone to share special moments with, someone to have a bond with, right? But what is love? As soon as someone hurts us, then we say that it is not love. We say that it is not love, and we may choose to run away, from the thing that we once called love. But we know that life is infinite. Life is infinite, and everything is so, unique. Knowledge is infinite. Wisdom is infinite. There's just so much level to life that, we have yet to tap into, but I'm at a place where it's like God is downloading in my heart a different way of seeing life, of seeing love, relationship, relationship, and how to deal with relationship, how to deal, when you may have a spouse that is cheating or seeing someone else. How do you deal with that? How do you live with that? To know that the person that you love, share himself or herself with someone else. Many people would choose to run away. Many people would choose to say, this is not for me. I am more than this. I deserve more than this. You understand me? But, the Bible tells us so many principles and so many disciplines about marriage, and vows and, all these things, and, we have to come to see life in a different way, We have to strive to gain understanding of love, in a different way. The Bible tells us that, we have to be renewed in our mind and in our thoughts, And I believe it's the way how we see things, how we see things and how we process things. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was just here thinking, and I'm like, I have peace within myself. I have peace within myself. My husband is away, and once upon a time when he will be away, I will be here worried. Oh my gosh, I wonder what he's doing, who he's seeing, or, what is he getting into, But then I come to realize that, I cannot control what anyone do. I cannot control what anyone does, not even my own child, right? Because God said that He give every man choice. We all have to choose. We all have to choose in life, But why should I allow another person's choice to affect who I am and to affect my joy? Why should I allow the fact that if my husband decides that he wants to go out there and have an affair or be with someone else or, choose another path than the path that we have created, you know? Why should I allow that to break me? Why should I allow that, to cause me to get to the place where I say, oh my gosh, I am so empty. I'm so empty. I'm going to kill myself. When God tell me that, listen, I am wonderfully and fearfully made, right? He didn't say I am wonderfully and fearfully made because I have a husband, or I'm wonderfully and fearfully made because I am a mom. He said, you know, I am me. I'm wonderfully and fearfully made. And because I am wonderfully and fearfully made, I praise him. So in all things, I have to know that, with or without, my husband, I am whole, right? I am perfect. You know, I am wonderful. I am wonderful and I am fearfully made. And even if, he may choose to cheat, and I'm not saying that my husband is cheating. I don't know of him cheating. I don't know that right now at this moment, but I'm just saying that that's just at the place where I'm at, because usually when he leaves, that will be my thoughts. Like that will be, I will like literally put all my energy into thinking about that. And now I'm just at the place where I'm like, I'm just peaceful. I'm at peace and I have joy, and I just feel whole and I feel connected, to God. Like I don't feel like that should be my business to worry about, if he is having another life or if he's doing other things out there. You understand me? But, you know, everyone isn't going to think about it this way or see it this way. You understand? But it's like that's just where I have evolved to. That's just where I have evolved to. And I'm like, I thank God, that I have this peace within myself. That I can be still. I can be still, that I'm not attaching my whole life to one person and saying, oh my gosh, like, oh, you're my everything. If you cheat, I'm gonna die. If you leave, I'm gonna die. No. You have choice. Whatever your choice is, then I have to learn, to accept your choice. Just like, oh, God give us free choice. God gave every man choice. God will love for everyone, to live uprightly and to walk in righteousness. But we all don't choose to live uprightly and to walk in righteousness. You understand me? We all don't choose that way. But, I mean, does God stop being merciful to us? Does God stop loving us? Does God, you know, allow the sky that is over our head to be iron? No. God still rain down on us. God still give us the sun. God still give us everything. Even though in his heart he would love for us to be faithful and to be honest and to be true. But we choose, not to. So when we choose not to, God is merciful and he is love enough to the point where he allow us to make our choice. He allow us to make our mistakes. He allow us to fall. When we make our mistake and when we fall, he comes with mercy and he comes with love. And he pick us up and he, continue to love us and continue to carry us. So here I am, while it is raining, just thinking about this and reflecting about this and just examining my heart, where I'm at and the feelings that I have inside of me, and I'm just thanking God. I'm just thanking God that I am at this place where, I have peace within myself. I have peace within myself. And I'm saying this because I know there are so many young women that are out here that are in relationship. We become so clustered and we just become so, like, allow our relationship to just have possess our life. It's like we attach so much to these men and these men attach so much to the females, when there's just so much more to life. When we get within ourselves, and we are at peace within ourselves, we come to see life in a whole new way, in a whole new light, and it costs us to be at peace, where you don't have to walk around hating, or being bitter or being sour towards anyone, but you just have peace within you, you just have the light of God within you, to reflect. And that doesn't mean that you're not human or that you don't feel. Yeah, we do feel. Yeah, we would want things to be a certain way. But if it is not that way, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't now want to hurt yourself. You can't now want to say, oh, I don't want to live because, oh, this person is not loving me. Because if you say that, then that means, you're empty. You don't really know what life is. Come on. God that created this beautiful earth, all the beautiful splendor and wonder that is in this world. You're going to give that up for one person? You're going to give that up for one person because of what that person does? No. No, you have to want to live and, want to be here, for whatever reason why God have you here. You want to be here to experience that, and that even if someone hurt you, even if someone break your heart, that life is still worth living, because there has got to be more out there, more love, more experience, more adventure, more everything. All right, so I just want to share this message, and if someone could look within themselves and see where they are, see where they are, and how can you change your mind? How can you change your mind to elevate yourself? That you don't have to be on such a low vibration where it's just about the flesh, it's just about sex, it's just about the temptation, it's just about the lust. You know, family is more than that. Family is more than just sex. When you have a family, you have a husband, a wife, children. You have to remember our children. Our children are there, and the things that they see and the things that they are exposed to is the things that's preparing them for the future. You understand me? So if we just based our life on sex, then it's like, is that all that there is? Just sex? There's more to life than just sex. There's more to life than just feeling a little pleasure in the flesh. There's so much more that we can experience, so much more levels, so much more heights that we can elevate ourselves to. So yeah, I thank God that I'm at this place. That I'm feeling this pleasure. I mean, this feels like how I'm feeling. It feels greater than having an orgasm. Just to be at peace within myself. And just using my mind to think, how can I use myself to make a positive impact in this world? To open up the eyes of my sisters and to show them that, listen, there is more to life than what we see. There's so much more to us. There's so much more that we can produce. There's so much more that we can give. Because why? Because God is inside of us. The power of God is inside of us. You understand me? So, yeah, just elevating and rising in love, rising in love, rising in love, rising in love. All right, my peoples. Peace and love and blessings. Until next time. I'm enjoying the beautiful rain and the thunder and the lightning. I'm just chilling and holding a meds, holding a good vibe. Blessings.